Hello, good evening. The family of an elderly woman from North Yorkshire who was killed on the A19 last year have gathered nearly 3,000 signatures demanding urgent action to make the road safer. Highways England says the crossing where the accident happened will now be closed, but as Phil Connell reports, the family want improvements along most of that major route.
Katy Rose and her family have launched their own campaign to make the A19 safer, calling for all gaps and crossings to be closed. Her mum Sonia, who was 83, was killed near Northallerton on the A19 last year. A van travelling in the opposite direction veered through a gap, colliding with her car. It's believed the van driver had fallen asleep. Now, just over a year since the accident, Highways England has promised to close the gap in question before March of next year. They've also promised to look at other sections of the A19 to try and minimise the gaps and crossings that are putting drivers at risk.
I'm hoping that will save more lives. I'm hoping that won't ever happen again at that particular junction. I do think, though, that the job's just begun.
As part of the campaign to get all gaps and crossings closed, the families gathered almost 3,000 signatures, a petition that will now be handed to the Transport Minister early next year. People
are genuinely scared of going on that road and using it on a daily basis. It is a death trap. There is a lot of people who have lost hope that something will be done. And I think now we're proving that something can be done if we put our voices together.
After this initial closure, Highways England says others will be looked at and prioritised, with work starting as and when funding becomes available. Phil Connell, BBC Look North on the A19.